It's deprogrammed and everything is all jacked up here. Hopefully I'm on.
Yeah.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I can't hear me, which is great. It's deprogrammed and everything is
I see
all
what's going on
up here.
It's the double Justin.
It's a double Justin. I need to figure out what's going on here because it would be nice to be able to hear you guys.
Dead air.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what the tunage is there for. For dead air. Hey, my name is Justin Wilson. I'm a thing. Yeah, I'm a sausage roll today. That's cool. What are you gonna do? You know, it's the last day here in the studio, and of course, the whole thing wants to just fall apart. God bless it! Just one problem after another. Well,
I think that you should tear it down on the show.
I think that once we get to the 9th song, I'm gonna start taking stuff apart. It's happening. Oh man, can't wait to tear it all down. This will not. I'm telling you this. This will not be the last deprogrammed. For 100% certain.
All right, that's good news.
I enjoy doing the show, and I'm going to have more time to do the show. So this will not be the last one. I don't know what I'm going to do about Madonna next week, which is my immediate concern. I don't know how I'm going to make that one happen. I will figure out some way to make it happen, but I may take a couple weeks off after that to, firmly figure out the home of deprogrammed, like what I'm going to do with it. And the cool thing will be, I'm not going to be confined to 10 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's that's a good thing.
I can put it wherever and whenever I want, which will be cool.
And as you said, you won't have to stand outside a door and go, "Yep, this door's going to lock."
Yep,
You will not be able to get in.
And it won't be able to get in if I leave it like that. I'm going to just go ahead and share this link and let people know that we're on the air because you should do that, I would guess. Tonight we're talking car seat headrest, which everybody knows that DJ and I, we made him famous.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We're going to talk about that.
It's all YMS. How many hits does that video have?
It has a lot. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but last I knew it was like 13,000, I think.
Yeah, it's like...
And isn't it like the third is the one of Jenny wearing the sweatpants?
Well, that's when we were doing the sweatpants video, but that was the thumbnail for that, which is why, yeah. Right. So like the first most popular is car seat headrest 1. Second most popular is car seat headrest 2. Third most popular is Jenny in her underpants, which we do. I don't think you could even choose your thumbnail like when that video went up. We were doing at one point. We were trying to make a video for Sweatpants of Love, Sick Man in Virginia, and we took all this video and then put it up on the YouTube machine, and they never used it. So
it was that was that whole video where all of us was doing it, but Jenny just happened to be the one in the shot, and that's why it got so many hits.
Yep. Because I think
I'm glad it wasn't me stripping off my sweatpants. Because
I think that was the same one. It was you. It was me. It was Jenny. It was DJ. It was Al and Chris Volk. I think.
Yeah.
And Al wore the thing up over his neck or something. Was just walking around the kitchen. It was fun. It was awesome. A neat little video. But somehow turned it into Sick Man of Virginia in sweatpants. But car seat headrest is the topic today. Now we had planned on doing this earlier in the this month?
Like
last month?
June.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
And Matt messages us day before, maybe day of.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, look, I haven't studied. I fail."
Yeah, I've been ultra busy and just hadn't I planned on listening to it during work hours,
right?
And that just hadn't.
It just never materialized. It never.
Yeah, and I didn't want to come in and bullshit it. So
yeah, I mean, I most of these I had heard other than the 2 Teens albums, which although. When you really look at it, I had heard at least one of the Teens albums.
Right.
But I had forgotten how much I liked this band. Like, there was a reason why, I was amped to have them at MetaFest. There was a reason why we used to play a car seat headrest song a week, essentially. Mm-hmm. I forgotten how much I actually liked Car Seat Headrest, which sounds ridiculous now, but man, they're a great band.
Yeah.
I was happy to dive in again.
Yeah, I had never dove in. I hadn't divin in.
Holy diving.
I'd only heard like a little bit that y'all played, and it's been so long that I'd honestly forgotten what it sounded like.
Right.
I remember hearing it and thinking it was all right and like pretty cool. I remember hearing him acoustic and thinking, well, this is a guy with an acoustic guitar, and they're like, it was good, but it wasn't anything like stand out about it. But
Right.
that's not what he's about.
No,
So,
man. Well, and then I remember because the weekend of Metafest we had Metafest on the Saturday, and he performed by himself on the stage,
Yep.
and we're just like, oh man, that was cool.
Yep.
And then the next day it was full band on the show, and it was like night and day.
Right.
I was like, whoa, these songs full band are awesome.
Yeah.
Like the vocal melodies and the 3-part harmonies, and it was really fun, and I knew that we were in for a treat with this band.
Yeah.
So, James, you're awfully quiet.
Yeah, well,
Do you want to heap praise on YMS?
I'm sad it's gone. No. When I pitched this to you, the original joke, well, I'd say joke, was let's just skip the Teens albums.
Yeah.
Because everybody at that point knew the Teens albums. And let's just do the first 11. And as I was doing this, I've cheated a little bit, but we'll get to that. And I listened to a few interviews that Will did, and he was talking about the first 11 records that he wrote, and he was talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, and Pieces of Paper on the Floor with No Written on Them, I think is the name of it. And he was just like, yeah, he's like, now that I've gotten a little bit more fame, he's like, I don't really want people to listen to those records and judge it as where the project is. He's like, because that's not where the project is now. He's like, that's kind of what I was in the beginning. He's like, but these last 2 records are, he's like, what I feel like the, Car Seat Headrest project is, now, and how it needs to be viewed.
Yeah.
So the other 7 records, I guess, are okay in his standards.
Yeah, and I mean, that's how we based it, because you brought that back up once we put the little group together, and then I went to Spotify and I was like, well, there's 7 records here, so I guess that's what we're doing.
I guess they chose which ones to include.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, just the story of him, like, one, how he decided upon the name. The Car Seat Headrest was his only audience when he's sitting there recording these songs in the back seat of his car with a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And, just the fact that he chose the car because he was recording in his bedroom, and he's like, sometimes I just needed a little bit of, solace and privacy to write these songs. Mm-hmm. He's like, I didn't need my family butting in every now and then. What are you doing? Stop making all this noise, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, so I would just get in the car and drive to an isolated parking spot and write these songs.
Yeah.
He was an interesting cat too. Like, I wish that interview was still up, like the interview portion of the show, because I remember being exhausted from Metafest. So like, I know I wasn't at my prime.
I don't think I was there. I wasn't there for some reason.
We had Broken Mouth Annie there. I remember they came by because they stayed with Al. See, this is the problem.
Oh, I was up till probably about 3 that night.
Yeah.
At Al's house.
Yeah.
That's probably why I wasn't there that morning.
So Metafest happened, and Metafest was a full day event that YMS did in conjunction with a couple other people. And after the show, we went at least you and I and Broken Mouth Annie, and I feel like somebody else. We all went over to Al's and stayed up promptly till 3, 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then had to turn around, be at DJ's house. I feel like that was a 2 o'clock show, but I had to be there by 12 to set up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I warned him right out the jump. I'm like, look, man, I'm exhausted. This is not going to go great. But, I mean, it ended up being fun because at the time, Katie was playing guitar for him. And she had just been through because she was in Swamp Blossom. She was the bass player for Swamp Blossom. And I feel like Austin might have been in Swamp Blossom as well. So it's like we had already interviewed them, and it was nice and loose. But now, like, that's not the band anymore. Like, I don't even know if that lineup, like, was an official lineup. I think it was just he was doing this show. These guys are down here, and he put a band around him, and because I don't know the members of his band now at all.
I mean, I don't know for sure. I haven't. It sounded to me in some interview that I read that the label kind of put it together for her. Like, it's kind of put together. Maybe not the whole thing, but I know they got him some players for the new record.
That's not always a bad thing.
No.
Because I bet you wish that it could be that way with Ugliography sometimes.
Yeah, I've wished it before. I'm happy now, but
just give me some people. None of you guys are in the band. Just come play for a second.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's start talking about like criteria. Like as we're this was actually pretty tough because I found it. I don't remember the exact numbers because at this point I'm going off of memory. I made this list a month ago, so I'm going off of memory. But I remember having a lot of conflict because there would be times where I would like an older version of a song, but not the newer one, and sometimes it'd be reversed. And then there was a point where like Teens of Denial was like getting heavy. Because I loved Teens of Denial. Like doing this was the first time I actually listened to Teens of Denial. Like obviously I'd heard Teens of Style when it came out, and you know, if you look at the record, I had heard them anyway before hearing the record. But it was difficult trying to figure out which car seat headrest styles I guess we'll put, because there's like some punk rock type stuff.
Yeah.
There's some trippy, really long, drawn out songs. There's some drone type songs. Like he's got a lot of different types of stuff that he's working with. And so like I was trying to find that balance between the songs. How did you find it putting your list together, Matt?
I just started listening from the oldest forward. Actually. No, we took a road trip, Beth and I, and started listening to the newest album first, and the two Teens albums is what we were listening to, and then I didn't get much further than after that than those two. So, but when I went back to it, I started listening from the back, and was like, man, this lo-fi stuff is awesome. I really loved the lo-fi stuff. And so, to be honest, by the time I got back up to Teens of Denial, I was kind of like, man, this isn't what car seat like. I you know, it's good, it's like nicely produced, but I was like, that's the charm was a little bit lost for me. Just
I get it. Yeah,
you know,
it's
like,
Denial's definitely like slick. It's sleek.
Yeah. And it sounds great, and there's some good songs on it. But I kind of liked the lo-fi. And if he hears this, he's not going to appreciate that because that's not where he wants the band to be right now. But I mean, there's just something. I don't know. It doesn't sound. The old stuff doesn't sound like radio rock. There's a lot of radio rock sound for the new stuff, and that's where he wants to be, and that's great because he's success.
Yeah, he's nailed it.
You know, yeah.
I mean, sorry to cut you off, man. I kind of went old. Well, I hadn't heard a lot of the older stuff,
right?
So this was a deep dive for me. So I threw everything into a pile and hit shuffle. And if I knew it from Denial, I kind of just jumped over it for the time being, so I could get used to the older stuff. And I just started whittling away at the older stuff, and then I ended up with a whole bunch of stuff from Denial, and just going, "Oh fuck, I really love this record."
Yeah,
I have to cut like 10 of these songs.
Right.
But
yeah, so it's kind of.
Yeah, so
a little bit opposite.
Yeah, I feel like my list might be a little, I guess you could call it radio friendly if you were to play it, you know, at a better definition. But we'll see how far this gets us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that. I was thinking, like listenability. I mean, some of the stuff is really interesting, but as far as like an intro,
yeah,
I did the Ween show, and I remember this is supposed to be an intro, like to pull people into it. Some of it,
right?
Like
yeah, I mean,
you have to already be hooked to like really be like, oh, this is awesome. You know, the first listen, you might not.
I think
so.
that's part of why I kept coming back to Denial, is because it's a very accessible record.
Right.
And, you know, again, I really enjoyed it, so there's no shame in it, but like some of the older stuff can be really weird.
Yeah.
But
that's what I like about it.
Oh yeah, no, totally, dude. I guess I'll put this out here too. If you're listening to this show, then you must have either you like Deprogrammed, which would be cool, or you like car seat headrests or are interested in car seat headrests. And if that's the case, then look, man, I'm not saying I have great taste, because some people try to like knock me for liking ICP at one point in my life, but I have a pretty open ear, and that's one thing I will pat my back on. So.
I mean, you did a show on Britney Spears.
I did a show on Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake. I'm going to do one on Madonna.
Yes. It's awesome.
I mean, Madonna I could take. The other two. Just go on a slow boat to China.
I'm just saying, if you have... I wouldn't steer you wrong, man. I would not steer you wrong. Check out Car Seat Headrest, and I'll give it a harder pitch later. In the meantime, the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and the three of us, as we've all kind of mentioned, we've put together a list of 20 songs each, and we're going to kind of mash them together and try to come out with a top 10 list of car seat headrest songs that you can use as a starter kit. I think that's everything. It came out to 7 albums, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So 7 albums worth of stuff. Where do I start? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Style, Teens of Style. And when I picked this one over the earlier version, even though he played this in the kitchen, and it's the one thing I think of every time I think of Car Seat Headrest, because they played it for the sound check. And like when they're doing the vocal harmonies in the kitchen, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait till they start playing. This is going to be great. And I come back to it every time I think of this band. I'm going Los Borrachos. I don't have any hope left, but the weather is nice.
That was one of the ones I cut.
Oh.
I don't even remember when I cut it.
Well, good. Great. That whole big intro. Whole giant intro.
Well, again, you were getting into them like when that was fresh, and I was hearing it. Well, I guess you could say I was hearing 2 versions and just going, all right, I think I can chuck this one.
Yeah, well, you know, and I also, in fairness, I have that story of seeing them playing it in the kitchen as well. So,
right.
All right, we will go Matt next, and then James.
All right.
All right. Is there any particular order? Should I go chronologically?
Whatever way you want to go.
All right. I'll go from the oldest, the drum.
Oh, nope.
No.
Cut that one.
Let me make sure. Nope. Because
Okay.
there's 2 versions of the drum.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have it.
Okay. And I'd say if it's something that's on both albums, we could count. Like, it doesn't have to be the particular.
No, I don't. I agree with you.
Because a lot of them I didn't choose off Teens of Style because I had chosen them from other albums. So.
All right, James.
All right.
Where do you want to go?
I'll kind of go, I guess you could say, deep right off the start just to see if we knock it out. And this one just struck me, you know, Will's got a good sense of humor about him in his songwriting style. Sometimes he can get a little heavy, sometimes he can get light. This was a nice little mixture of it. One of the lyrics in the songs is, we'd be starving artists if we were artists, but we don't want to do that to ourselves, something along those lines. And he says, remember when we made jokes, now we're too poor for laughter. And so I'm going with, we can't afford your depression anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that one.
I don't.
I like that. Yeah.
Hold on.
That was a moving song, kind of soulful. Yeah.
We can't. Where is it? Where are you?
I can't.
Nervous Young Man.
There you go. Like the 2-hour album.
Yeah.
I
that one just kept going on and on.
I think there's I think the 15-minute song is on that one, but even I think like on number 1 there's an 18-minute song.
Yeah, there's what was it on? I think on Monomania, the first, like whatever it was called, Dramamine. I think.
Yeah, that's the one
It
I'm
was
thinking
like
of. It's like
it was
18
like
minutes
so
long.
long.
Yeah, and
I listened to it
I
on my
really
drive
hope-
home from work, and it's the only song that I listen to on my ride.
I don't know how many.
Yeah. I really hope we're not ruining things by saying, like, man, these songs are long. Oh, crap, Justin's got it.
That one's in, by the way. I did have it.
Awesome.
I somehow scrolled over it a
What,
million
we
times.
can't afford.
Yep, we
Yeah.
can't afford your
Oh
depression
man, all
anymore.
three of it. Yeah, that's great.
So I was like, why is it not over here? Oh, because it's over there. So I'm over here now. Well, Matt just brought it up, and so I might as well just go 0 for 2. The ending of Dramamine.
The ending of Dramamine.
Yeah,
The 18
Oh,
minute
that's
one?
right. It's called the.
Or is
yeah,
that the 15-minute one?
I think that's the 15
Yeah,
on
yeah.
How to Leave Town.
Like I got into a lot of the long songs, and then if they felt too long, I kind of was just like, I think maybe that's the one that has kind of like the bluesy guitar riff in the middle of it. And,
I think so.
I mean, I loved that for a little while, and then I just like
Yeah, I thought
after
that,
a few more listens, I just went, I'm gonna save this other long song, and this one had better
Yeah.
make the list,
yeah.
or I'll cry.
There's a really cool sound, like really cool, but I think for an intro, it just
I tried to grab
I mean, it's
like
too-
2 or 3, I think, of the longer songs
Yeah,
just on principle,
same
just
here.
because they were there.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so I knew I was missing that one. That's okay. All right, Matt.
All right, another older one. Happy News for Sadness.
I got it.
Yeah,
No, I don't have that
all
one.
right.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like I wish I would have had time to like re-listen to my list just so
Yeah.
I could have better talking
Yeah,
points.
I mean, I did a little. Yeah, same here. Because honestly, I'm like, yeah, that was a good one. Then I'm thinking, wait, how did that one go? But I mean, I did cut it down. So I went through and listened to make sure all of them were.
We'll get up the
Yeah.
Spotify here too,
Mm.
and so we can kind of play a couple of these later on because we are going to need that, I think.
Yeah.
So I apologize anybody who's trying to be sold on car seat headrest and we're not able to do the job. All right, so Matt and I had happy news for sadness. James, it is your turn.
All right, let's go with. I don't want to play that one just yet. I'll go with one of my honorables, and I can't even remember why it's in my honorables because I have not written anything about it, and it's Overexposed. You know what it was? It's
man.
the harmonies, in just the chorus.
I don't have it.
That's pretty much what it was.
I had it and I cut it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was one that. Yeah.
it
that
did not
was-
make the cut.
That was the last of the chopping block.
It happens, and that's why I went with an honorable.
Yep.
So yeah, the harmonies are crazy in a lot of these songs. I mean, a lot of it reminds me of Beach Boys.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw this one out here because I think it's looming on the shoulder. It was literally the 20th song. I didn't want to include it. I was trying really hard not to, but I listened to it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, nah, man, this is good. I need it. And it's off of Style. There was an earlier version, but I'm specifically talking about the Teens of Style one. I got Something Soon.
Well, I mean, yeah, I threw that one on. I put the earlier version on so I would cheat because I was leaning a little heavy on Teens of Style, I thought, and
So,
also we were trying to get away from the last two.
Yeah.
It's all
But
right.
yeah,
I mean,
Something
it's still
Soon's-
I think
Something
y'all can
Soon's on
count
there.
that though.
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, totally. We both have the song, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to not include it, but like, come to the end, like that's all I have from Style.
No, I mean that's kind of the same way I felt. It was the drum was on my list because it's the first song on Teens of Style, and that song just hits you. You're just like, holy shit, this guy's really good.
Yeah.
And Dr. Tim and I were talking a couple days ago about how there's no quote unquote guitar players for people to look up to right now, like there were in his day and age. Everybody's all pop and EDM and all that stuff. And I went through like a solid year of going to see shows like that, and then I went to go see him, and I was like, I forgot what this is like. This is fucking awesome.
All right. So James and I had Something Soon, right?
Yeah.
All right. Matt, you are up, sir.
All right. Back to My Back Is Killing Me, Baby. POW.
I've got POW in my honorables.
Is that when you say honorable? Is that your
As
top
in-
20 or is it not?
That's in the 20. Yeah.
Okay,
I do
cool.
10 and 10.
Okay.
All right. So that will be in the conversation. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
that was kind of a nice kind of protest, folksy sort of change.
There you
piece,
go. Yeah, now
you
it's
know?
coming back to me. Prisoners of War, blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah. Yeah, and that's why I threw it in. It was a little slower of a song than a lot of the other stuff.
yeah.
All righty. James?
All right, I'll play another honorable Beast Monster thing. Love isn't love enough, and I just threw this big long lyric because that's what I do. My heart is a laughing stock. I don't want to be perceived as a thing you can believe in. I'm an optical illusion, and pretty soon I think I'm leaving. That's just the best way of saying, yeah, we really don't like each other anymore, and I'm done here.
Well, I don't have that. I don't think I have that. Unless I had to, like, write it differently. Nope. Nope.
We're gonna miss.
Hey, it's going to happen.
It's at least it's not Beck.
Yeah.
Or possibly, I don't remember if we fired on all cylinders at REM or not.
REM was tough because
REM
there was so much material.
I think there was four.
There was
people in
four of
that
us.
one. Yeah.
And so, like,
And
yeah.
Fredo from far away.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, you guys ain't getting it right, dudes.
No, Rockville! You gotta put Rockville in there, dudes.
I can't believe you dudes. I don't want to dive in here yet. Where do I go? Oh, wait. There it is. Beast Monster thing in space. I did have it.
Oh, good deal.
So it becomes one of those.
Yeah, we got a lot in the top 10 already.
Well-
if it's two, they get included automatically, right?
Well, if it's two, it's in the conversation later. It has to be
all right,
all three.
All three. That's right.
Right.
Okay.
I
okay.
did not lay out the
I
rules.
forgot.
I'm
how
rusty.
that worked.
Thank you.
That's right.
I
Yeah,
sorta
you-
did.
You kind
sorta
of did.
I didn't. Yeah, I rushed through it. Where do I want to go? I keep coming back to this one. I'm going to go here then. Sober to Death.
That's number 9 on my list.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Twin Fantasy.
Man, that was. I was listening to that one on the way over here. Actually, I was
Oh, really?
explaining to Beth why I cut that one, and I dig the end of it so much. And the whole song's good, but it takes a little while to get to that really cool part at the end where he's like, "Don't worry, you and me won't be like off time part where it keeps switching back from like triplets to like straight rock, and I don't know how to explain it. It's a really cool part, but it just takes a while to get to that really cool part, and it's like, well,
Not enough to
I
keep it
I
in.
had to cut something. So.
Yeah, well, I know the feeling.
But yeah, it's awesome.
That's all right though.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say you had it, James?
No, I don't have. Oh no! You're right. It's number 9.
Yeah, that's right. So 2 of us had it, so it's in the combo. All right, Matt.
All right, and then the last one from Back's Killing Me Baby is Open Mouth Boy.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
That's just it starts off really weird, which I like. It's got some weird sounds in it, and then I don't know. It's just kind of one of his more unique, kind of wacky sounding things. So throw it in there.
We got 1 through so far, and we've got 5 for the combo. So at this pace, those might all get in. All right, James.
All right. We'll go to the Beach Boys illusion that we were making earlier and just take that one out. He talks about the Beach Boys on Denial, I think. What happened to that chubby little kid who smiled a lot and loved the Beach Boys? This isn't that song. This is Komichi Waru, and then just win. I don't remember, but it starts off with him talking about the Beach Boys and how they actually just all kind of hated each other, and Brian Wilson's dad was an asshole and all that stuff. So it seems like he's saying, sometimes your idols just aren't really all that they're cracked up to be. And also, it felt a little bit like an outlier. It's written with sense, I think. And there's even a little part where he just does like an 8 count, and then there's like a boom bap, like drum machine going behind him. Yeah, so I'm going with that one.
I ain't got it.
I don't have it
I
either.
don't got it.
Damn.
This isn't bloody, but we are definitely all over the map.
Yeah.
And I haven't even played my tops because my tops are just so good.
All right. I'm going to go here because this is the other one I was looking at. I can play the piano.
No.
No,
Wow. Another swing and a miss. All right, Matt.
All right, so moving to Twin Fantasy, and I think this album, when I was listening to it, I was like, all right, track 1's good, track 2's good, track 3. I was like, every track, like I had them all, not all of them, but after a while, I was just like, all right, I'm not going to include this one, but it's still good. I think if you're trying to do a top 10 list, just listen to Twin Fantasy. I think that album is awesome.
It's
I don't know.
tops.
Yeah, I mean, for lo-fi rock, just original. I mean, I haven't really heard anything else like it. You know, with all this stuff, I can compare it probably more than anything to Guided by Voices. I don't know if y'all are fans.
Mm-hmm.
I love Guided by Voices, but just the lo-fi and the voice is a little similar. But yeah, I mean, this is Twin Fantasies, just tops all the way through. So, anyways, the first track, My Boy.
Oh, nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. James?
I'll stick with Twin Fantasy because when I saw him, he played this song, and I was like, oh, man, it's a new song. And then I dug up the lyrics. I was like, no, it's not a new song. He's playing old shit. And like he kind of switched things up a little bit. He changed some of the styles of the songs. He played Sweet Jane in the middle of one of the songs just because. But this song was the encore song that wasn't Stop Smoking. And it's Bodies. And I just remember him upstage going, is it the chorus yet? And then the drummer's like, no, it's the verse. And it's the building of the verse. He's like, so that when the chorus comes, it'll be more exciting. And I was like, that's genius. It's like, yeah, we're not to the chorus just yet. We're getting there, though. So when we get there, you're going to love it. So that's the kind of meta like writing I'm talking about when I think about Car Seat Headrest. Is he's saying this is what songwriting is like. You know, we're going to write a song, and then we're going to play a little trick on you to make you think you're going to get psyched for the chorus. But no, we're getting there. We'll get there.
I don't have it.
His Bodies, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bodies.
Yeah.
Misspelled, by the way.
Yes.
Bodys.
I left that one off.
All right, we need to find each other here again because we are all way off map. Well, I feel like this one. Again, I have the advantage. They played it at in the kitchen, and that's why it stood out to me. And I don't know. It feels like it should be a staple, but I don't know. Stoop Kid.
Stoop Kid is on the very bottom of my list.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I should have known, actually, because Matt moved on to the next record. All right, Matt.
All right. This is one of the long ones off Twin Fantasy, Beach Life and Death.
I got it.
Yeah.
Don't have it.
Yeah.
I chose the other long song.
That just like takes some really cool turns there.
2, 3,
Yeah.
5, 7. 7 in the convo. 1 on the list. James?
All right, if we're going to go long songs, this is the one I'm going to fight for. To the Death. With teeth and nails that I don't have and all of it. And that's Ballad of Costa Concordia.
Got it.
Or however you say it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
that was-
long song.
that was
There's
awesome.
like 4 movements, and it's really the most depressing long song you can think of besides maybe like American Pie. But it's about something. Like he's either had a breakup or a divorce, even though he's gay. We don't know. But it's so...
Yeah.
Like, he talks about, going to bed late at night because it's not a contest. There's no one to go to bed to. Why am I going to bother? And then the second movement is, no one told me how to do these things.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know how to do all these things?
Yeah.
And then the third is just him saying, I give up.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck.
Why is that not...
And it also helps me sell on the fact that I think Teens of Denial is a concept record. Like, in some way. It feels like an old-style
there it is.
double album, especially with the lyric sheet laid out the way it is, where the first, I don't know how many songs are on one side, and then you flip it over, and it gives 6 more songs in a different color. I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's like one side is called one thing, and then one side is called the other one, and then you go into the Ballad of Costa whatever into the 8-minute like Cosmic Hero, and then you just play that little 1-minute song, and then that's it.
Yeah,
and it just feels cyclical almost.
I see what happened here because I had a lot from that record. And so, like, at some point, like Matt with Twin Fantasy, I'm just like, okay, well, I can't.
I'm done.
But you guys both had it, so it's in the combo.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
All right, where am I going to go here? Well, since you broke it, I might as well just go ahead and dive in to the 7,000 Teens of Denial songs I have. I got Fill in the Blank.
Fill in the Blank's my number one.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because
is that the leading track? That's number one.
That's hey guys, and you're listening to Seat Heardest.
Yeah, it's just good rocking song.
Yeah, and they've pretty much played it like really close. You can almost hear the singles in the songs. And actually, I didn't choose.
You are now listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Seat Heardest.
Yeah, it's just. I think I've only cut one single from that album, but like whoever's choosing those singles is really smart because they're catchy as hell and fit almost into that little radio time length of no longer than 5 minutes, no shorter than like 3,
Right?
Unless you're song 2 by Blur.
Oh man, we are right in the pocket right now because we got 2 all the way in. And we have 8 in the combo. So if we don't match any more, we at least have enough to make our list.
Right.
So, alrighty. So, Matt, it is your turn.
Twin Fantasy, Stop Smoking.
I don't got it.
No. It's just too short. It's a fun little song.
Yeah, I mean,
Stop smoking because we don't want you to die.
Yeah, he's got a couple short ones and some long. I figured I'd vary it because I'm a big fan of short songs. My attention span is very short, so I appreciate those.
Yeah,
You can get into a long song as well, but okay, fair enough.
Alrighty, James.
Let's go with. I think that's nope. That's another Denial song. We'll skip that one for right now. That's another Denial song. See, we got this going. Let's go with Strangers.
Sleeping with Strangers?
No, I think it's just called Strangers. And of course, I cannot remember which album it's on right now. It's the one with
Style.
No, it's I mean, we could go with
It's
Style.
on Style,
If we can go with Style if you want, but of course, I was cheating and not choosing the ones from Style.
Yeah, I've got Sleeping with Strangers, but Strangers.
It's also on My Back is Killing Me.
There you go. My Back is Killing Me, baby.
So I do not have Strangers, and I am going to cheat. And I'm going to play Sleeping with Strangers.
All right. There you go.
Which I don't have.
Yeah.
It's okay. Matt does.
All right, I got it. Sorry, I skipped.
It's fine. All right, Matt.
All right. From the 2 albums, Times to Die. It's from Monomania and it's on Style.
Yeah, I cut that one.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
Okay. Yeah. Catchy little tune there.
And James?
All right. See, now I'm running into Denial, like big time.
Yeah, me too. Pretty much.
Let's go with something that's not on Denial just to try and stop that from happening. America Never Been, which was I think like an 8-minute song.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
It seems like he's talking about making the move from Virginia to Seattle, which by the way he just spontaneously did. I think he just loaded his shit in the car and was like, I'm moving. And this is what I have to do.
It's smart. I wish I could do that. Anybody got Knife in the Coffee?
I do.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
the final track, right? It was the final track on Nervous Young Man, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. And that's kind of one of the things I really like about him, even though I don't really have a huge knowledge of the mod sound out of the British and the third or fourth British invasion. Yeah. It feels like that kind of 70s guitar rock.
Yeah.
Not the overblown flamboyant guitar
Yeah.
rock, but just the flamboyant guitar rock.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
kind of Kinks.
Yeah, and again with the harmonies in the chorus, everybody hates the clown.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
everybody loves the clown. That's how the song goes.
All right. Matt?
Okay. Mod Gone off Monomania.
Oh, I don't got it.
No.
That one fell victim to style.
Mm,
I was skipping a lot of style.
right.
James?
All right, I'm gonna play the Virginia songs. Why the hell not? And I'll go with the first one. Joe gets kicked out of school for doing drugs. I believe
Drugs
is what
with
it's called.
friends.
Yeah,
Drugs
drugs
with
with friends.
friends.
And that's the thing that gets me is the drugs. That whole last little bit where it becomes
Friends
cyclical.
are better with
friends
drugs.
are better with drugs. Drugs are better with friends. And
Yeah.
but it really is more like saying no. It's like I went to a party and I did acid and mushrooms.
Yeah.
I didn't transcend. I
Right.
looked like a piece of shit in this
Yeah.
stupid jacket.
Yeah.
And when he played that, he said, "Yeah." He's like, "Of course, all these songs I'm playing are completely like fictional from a city called Charlottesville." And you're just,
Did you guys
Yeah,
both have that?
Yeah, I have that one.
Joe? I do not. But it's okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stay right there then. Destroyed by Hippie Powers.
wanted to put that one, went with Joe instead.
Yeah,
Same
let's
same
not know.
theme,
Yeah.
and just like Joe a little bit better because drugs. Drugs suck, kids. Don't do them.
Don't do the drugs.
Don't do the drugs.
You don't have it, Matt.
No.
All right. And it is your turn.
Okay, let's see. We've been through all those. I'm starting to run short here. From Teens of Style, Sunburned Shirts.
Oh, God. I caught it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah. It was
that sucks. I was hoping that you guys would
another
pick me up on that one.
Nice melodic ditty there.
All right, James.
All right, I'll play the Richmond song now, or actually, the William and Mary song, which is Vincent.
I got it.
You got it. See, now we're starting to get heavy into denial.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to let you know, I got nothing else off Denial.
Oh, okay.
Shit. I'm done.
All right. Romantic Theory.
No. Probably a late cut.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Monomania.
Yeah.
I think I had a link to that one from them playing. Alrighty, Matt.
This is the only one I had from How to Leave Town. You're in Love with Me.
And also a really late cut.
Yeah, I think that was one of the last ones.
I liked it because it's kind of like so many love songs. You're like, oh, I love you so much.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, you're in love with me. It's awesome.
All right, James.
All right.
I'm down to 4. I don't know where you guys are at.
I think I have like 3, maybe. I'll play since I might have 4. I'll play Big Jacket, which is off Nervous Young Man, I believe.
Nope.
Which is kind of a breakup song. He's like, you can have all my stuff. Basically, is that what he's saying?
Oh yeah, he's saying you can have my cat.
You can have my
take care.
porn. You can have my porn. You can have my secret stash of drugs.
Yeah.
Just all the stuff.
Promise
you
to
want somebody
feed my
have.
cat once, twice
Yeah.
a day or something.
Crows. Rest in Bigger Pieces mix.
No.
Nope. All right, Matt.
Let's see. We got that one. Don't Remind Me. Nervous Young Man.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, man. I feel like I only have a chance at connecting with James. I think at this point.
At this point, I mean, I've got I think 3 more,
Yeah.
and 2 are from Denial, and then
Sames.
1 is not.
Yeah. Sames.
Yeah. So I'll play the non-denial, and that's Cute Thing.
Nope. So I know that I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there. I know it's not there. I don't have to really play it. Father Flesh and Rags.
No.
All right. So 1937 State Park.
Thought about it and cut it for 2 others.
Alrighty. So that one's gone.
Or just cut it.
I am down to my last one. Matt.
Plane Crash Blues.
Nope.
Wait, actually, I may only have one song. Yeah, it looks like I'm on my last one. And that's Unforgiving Girl.
Nope.
Wow. Well, you went with Escape Park.
Nope. I went with Connect the Dots.
Ah.
All right. Do you want to just empty out whatever you got left, Matt?
Just tired.
Oh, okay. So I mean, that was that's pretty solid. We did well there, gents. Let me archive all cards, archive all, and let's get rid of this because I don't need this list no more. Archive this list.
So can I ask a question? Y'all might know this better than I do. The actual history of how, I mean, I know he had kind of a cult following going from his, all his many 11 albums or whatever it was.
Right.
But from what I heard, some a label exec was just like going through Bandcamp and stumbled upon him. Is that what happened? Or is
That could very well be how it is. I mean, I don't particularly know.
And like the story I heard was that found him and then called him up or looked him up, saw that he had a show in Seattle, flew out to Seattle to see him and offered him a deal like on the spot.
Wow.
It's like,
Because he's signed with Matador, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish that I had a label because I spend a lot of time on, well, I used to spend a lot of time on Bandcamp, and I will start spending a lot of time on Bandcamp again here soon. But I would love to be able to do that for somebody, but I ain't got money.
Yeah.
No, I don't really know. I just remember I don't remember where it was, saying, something about something soon blowing up, and that was surprising you. And I'd seen a little bit about it, and I listened to the song and was like, I want to hear more of this.
Yeah.
Like today, but the record wasn't out yet, so I had to wait. But
I remember seeing the video.
Yeah.
And then like it got followed like a week later by like an article by Henry Rollins, who had just recently told me to fuck off, essentially.
Yeah, and then after that you go, oh well, he's written 11 other albums. You go, 11 fucking albums?
Yeah.
How did he write 11 albums? And to which his response literally was, I wrote 11 albums. I read an interview where someone asked him that. He says, how do you write 11 albums, before you're 23? He says, I wrote 11 albums before I was 23. He's very cut and dry.
Yeah. Yep. So, gents, we got 3 through.
Holy shit.
We can't afford your depression anymore. Knife in the coffee and fill in the blank. Unanimous decisions therein.
All right.
So we've got 7 more spots, and they've got to come from these songs: Happy News for Sadness, POW, Stoop Kid, Sleeping with Strangers, I'm calling it Drugs with Friends,
Yeah.
Vincent, The Ballad of Costa Concordia, Something Soon, Hey Space Cadet, Sober to Death, Beach Life and Death. So is there anything there that just doesn't belong? That shouldn't be there,
Well, there are some that I'm really not familiar with,
right?
so that causes a bit of a
Yeah.
conundrum.
All right. Well, which ones do you want to hear?
Let's just start with Sleeping with Strangers.
Alrighty.
See where we go.
Boom. Okay, Spotify with your stupid ads. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. What? I wonder if I'm going to get popped for Car Seat Headrest songs.
You never know.
Yeah. Boop. Let's let it keep playing, and we'll come back in like, I don't know, 10?
Yeah.
Hope we can beat the algorithm. Dun, 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 dun. I do feel like it's very car seat headresty, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the more like faster upbeat songs.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I cut it, was because, well, yeah, I've got a few fast ones. And that might be why I threw it out.
Well, let's look at the monkey on the list. Something Soon. I love the song,
Right.
but at the same time, like I feel like I mean, if anybody's watched Flaked, I feel like that song has been everywhere, so like I can understand the case for it not being included.
Right.
But I love the song.
E-
So
I'm not even sure which one it is.
Oh.
That's pretty much the closest thing to a single that you could pull off of
yeah.
Style.
Yep.
Which is what they did.
Yep.
And then I think they followed it with the drum.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I always forget that it takes a second to jump in.
Biting my clothes to keep from screaming, taking pills to keep from dreaming. I want to break something important.
It's just
Right.
his. I
You
want to
go
make
for
it. I want to make I want to make it to the hook.
I want to kick my dad in the shins.
Yeah. Hold on. This would be easier if I could just play whatever I wanted on the show.
No, I had that one. I cut it. So. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go for it. I'm down for leaving that one in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd cut it. So
alrighty. Well, we'll put on through then. All right. 1, 2. Well, let me just do this instead of counting them. 10. So 10. We've got to get down to 6.
Right.
Happy News for Sadness, POW, Stoop Kid, Sleeping with Strangers, Drugs with Friends, Vincent, Ballad of Costa Concordia, Beast Monster Thing in Space, Sober to Death, Beach Life and Death.
I feel like I'm going to fight for Ballad, like I said.
You guys both had it.
yeah, I'm
And-
a big fan of that. I mean, I think that.
If you're going to put a long song in, I feel like it should be one where, and again, I'm not too familiar with the longer ones from the other albums because I cut them, but that one has like a. Well,
No,
it
it's-
has movements. It's
yeah.
I don't want to call it a suite because that's stuck up and snobbish, but it feels like a solid, piece constructed of 4 parts.
Yeah,
Instead
and
of
it's,
just a short.
It definitely
4-minute
goes
song.
somewhere, and it's. But they all fit together too. It's like some of the longer ones go from one thing to something totally different.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's cool. I like that a lot. But this one is like very cohesive. I think.
I'm with it. I mean, I
Okay.
could have put all of Denial on. So
And that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be the problem I think we're gonna run into is it seems like there's still a bit more of Denial.
there's still
on
2
that.
more from Denial.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. And there's how many on the list from Denial right now? 2.
2.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut 2. I think.
So I mean, that would automatically we would lose Drugs with Friends and Vincent. But well, you guys had Drugs with Friends, and you and I had Vincent.
Yeah.
I'm with that because we still
Yeah, I'm good with that.
let's
Mm.
let's lose them and see where that puts us. Delete you. Or don't, whatever. That's fine. I'm just doing a live show here. What does it matter? Fine, whatever, dude. Why he's got to mess with me? Just do what you're told. God. Whatever, man. All right, I'm just going to move it because at this point it seems like that'll be the easiest. All right, so we still have 5, 3, 7. So we still need to lose 2 more songs.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Happy News for Sadness, POW, Stupid Kid, Sleeping with Strangers, Beast Monster Thing in Space, Sober to Death, Beach Life and Death.
Are y'all against having 2 long songs on the list?
I'm not.
I'm not, but I'm not familiar with the other long song.
The Beach Life and
Beach
Death.
Life and Death.
Yeah, that one. I mean, it kind of takes some strange turns, but it's also lyrically cohesive. It's well, if you could say that, it's confusing because he's talking about dreaming about killing people, then he wakes
Right.
up and he's killing people or wants to kill. He dreamed he wanted to kill somebody and wakes up and it's all about like dreams and reality. And I don't know, it kind of comes around full circle in the end. I can't.
Yeah, I
Explain
mean,
it
I
very well.
remember the beginning, but I don't remember what threw me off at this point.
Yeah, it gets it goes into a slower thing in the middle and then it picks back up
That
at the end.
might be what it is.
Yummy.
And it takes a little while to get going to. It's just like drums and guitar, and the bass is like very sparse for a while. So it definitely has a.
All right, and that may have been what threw me off.
It's like
is-
not.
is just the slow breakdown.
Yeah, it takes a little while to get going.
We've pretty much spanned the whole song at this point. We're at the very end.
I'm not feeling it.
Alrighty. Dun, dun, how about Stoop Kid?
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking that I could almost justify cutting Stoop Kid,
Yep.
just because of the little la 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 chorus or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. I mean, it's a good song, but I think that's why I put it on my bottom, was because it just of that.
And that was you and me, right?
Yeah, because of that constant. You know, I don't know that I would want to listen to that, even though I just did. Like literally driving here, I went through the list and just like, I still like Stoop Kid.
Well, I mean, you and I had it, so I mean, we can drop it. Now we got Happy News for Sadness, POW, Sleeping with Strangers, Beast Monster Thing in Space, Sober to Death, Beach Life and Death. You weren't feeling Beach Life and Death. If we drop Beach Life and Death, then we've got our 5. If there's one that you're feeling less than Beach Life and Death.
No, I really wasn't feeling it. I'm sorry, Matt. I really wasn't feeling Beach Life and Death.
Right.
Like, it just took a really weird turn there at the end, and it kind of felt like you were driving along just fine, and then all of a sudden you just...
Well, because of the skippy vocals and
It,
stuff.
yeah, it feels like
well,
you're
really,
doing just fine, and then you throw yourself
well,
off a ravine.
Yeah, just I don't know if you remember that much. That only had like where he stopped it. That's the
Right.
only place in the whole. It's not like continuously
no,
like
I
that. It's
get
just like that one
I
line.
just-
I feel like if he had started it somewhere else, you might
Right.
feel different.
So, I mean, in a way, we're kind of at a disadvantage. Thank you, FCC, copyright,
Yes.
all that fun stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
I couldn't really get behind it. No, I mean, there are other songs on the list that I'm not familiar with either, but that one just kind of made me go, you know, I don't know that I would really get into that one.
Yeah.
Sober to Death.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go towards the end. The end is my favorite.
Yeah, see, I threw this one out for that, but it shows up in one of my picks, and I can't remember which one, but that shows up again in the album.
You threw it out for what?
Just the repetition, don't worry.
No, you
But
don't like that part?
But I do like that song, and so
That's-
I'm not against having that one in the list.
That's my favorite
as
part of the
opposed to
song.
son.
You and I are
Wait.
opposite, man. That's
Okay,
good, though.
I'm gonna be an idiot. What song was that?
Sober to Death.
Number 9 on my list. I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. See you
Oh,
later.
it was on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's number 9, and I had a question mark, so it was in the conversation.
All right. So that's...
Yeah, that's the one that I had cut. Like, so,
All right, so we need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to drop 1. Happy News for Sadness, POW, Sleeping with Strangers, Hey Space Cadet, Beach Life and Death.
I still feel like the Beach Life and Death.
All right. I mean, unless Matt wants to really go for bat for Beach Life and Death.
I do really like the song. I mean, I don't know. It's another long one. For first-time listeners, it might turn some people off, but no, I mean,
All right, so let's do this then. We'll put these 4 through, and we got ourselves a 10. Bum, 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 bum. We Can't Afford Your Depression Anymore, Knife in the Coffee, Fill in the Blank, Beast Monster Thing in Space, Ballad of Costa Concordia, Something Soon, Sleeping with Strangers, Sober to Death, POW, Happy News for Sadness. That's our
Works for me.
10. And
Works
that
for me.
is our 10,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
yeah. I can't wait to listen to it.
So,
That's our Teens of Style.
yeah. Yeah.
Just dirty.
Yep. I don't know what I'm doing for Madonna next week, folks. I'll figure it out.
I mean, what are you? Do you need people or do you need a space? What do you
He needs a
need?
space.
I need a space and probably setup.
You
I
come to my
think I
garage.
could probably have the setup.
You can use my garage if you want, man.
Now, the big thing will be I'll have to talk to Sarah because Sarah's supposed to be on the show. And she does Popped. And so they'll probably be doing that from their house. And, well, I mean, I guess I could always... I'll just see what time because now I don't have to be married to that 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'll reach out to them and see if there's a time that works better for them. We'll figure it out.
All right. Let me know. Yeah.
One way or the other, Madonna will happen. If it doesn't happen next week, it will happen. And I will figure out how to keep the show going. Really, right now, my hindrance is space.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But when it does happen, Justin,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not in full surgical attire with the perm, I'm going to be mad.
You can ask DJ. I've been talking about getting a perm for literally almost as long as I've known him. I want to do the perm. I also want to do the little, like, the triangle in my mustache. But those things are never going to happen, James. Doesn't matter how many times I talk about them. They will never happen. I can't grow my hair long enough to have it be like Al's perm. Like, that's the problem. Every time I get at a reasonable length, I'm like, nah, man, it's got to go. And I mean, I'm never anywhere near what Al's hair is. So,
Well, Al's got a perm. Is it?
Well,
He did.
he did he?
Yeah.
You never
Al
told me
Yankovic,
that. Oh,
Weird Al.
I thought
Yes.
you were talking about
DiMaggio, Italian
I
for
was
Party.
like, well, yeah,
You know, I'm dying to get him on this show. I think he would love doing this.
yeah, he would.
But like, it's impossible to get him around.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you've enjoyed the program. And oh my God, I am stupid. I never transitioned the video in. No wonder nobody's watching. I'm going to do it for a second. Hi, we're here. We've been here this whole time. Hello.
Did you miss this?
Oh, God.
Don't worry, it's over.
But it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over, ladies and gents. Stick around. I'm probably going to start like a deprogrammed Patreon, maybe. People like the program, and I really enjoy doing it, so I'd like to keep it around. And
I still have a huge list.
yeah,
And I'm at number 9. I got to break the double digits.
Fredo's going to be so mad. Dudes, you had the Vol on so many times, dudes.
Dudes, we fought about Primus.
Yeah, I know.
Like, hard.
Yeah.
I made a global warming joke at his expense.
Yeah. I wish there was another one that like you guys could land on because that would be fun.
You never know. I mean, maybe he would. No.
All right. Let's get on out of here, and I'm going to start breaking this stuff down. I'm not kidding. I'm breaking this stuff down tonight. All right, ladies and gents, have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Night.